Now that's some out-of-the-box thinking.
Yep, just might be silly enough to work. Well, time for a break. Gotta eat something before I pass out.
Okie dokie. I'll stay here and keep digging.
All right, see you in a bit. Hey.
Hey!
So, any progress with the search?
Yeah, I was able to identify that flower. It's called the red scythe, or Rosea falcus. I discovered that there was a small nature reserve near Conwell Springs, which was established in '89. The red scythe is on their list of endangered plants. I made a photocopy of the botany book page in case you want it later.
That's something. I should go check it out. Maybe I can narrow down the place where that picture was taken.
My thoughts exactly. Here you go. The nature reserve is marked out on this map.
Jeez, you've been busy.
Well, you know, beats homework.
Amen to that.
And, good work, Eileen.
Happy to help. So what...
Oh, hang on. I'll go get that.
Okie dokie.
Hello?
This is Erica Wade calling for Kathy Rain.
Speaking.
Miss Rain, this is terribly awkward. I realize now how rude I was before. I wanted to apologize and ask if there is anything I can do.
Apology accepted. You can start by answering a few questions.
Very well.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather that night in '81?
Not really, no. But what I do know is how it destroyed Father.
It did?
Oh, yes. The two of them were great friends once. And when Joseph was hurt, they hadn't been talking for some time. Father always hoped they would be able to reconnect one day. He kept putting it off, believing they had time. But in the end, it never happened.
So, what were things like back when they were still good friends?
Oh, they were like peas in a pod. Always sharing their war stories and laughing together. In a way, Joseph became the uncle I never had. He was around a lot when Father went out on business trips. Later on, I even met you a few times, when you were just a baby.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, no matter, you were so little then.
Erica, I have to ask, why were you so defensive on the phone earlier when I tried to reach out?
Oh, I don't know, Kathy. Our families haven't been in touch for a long time. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but we all started drifting apart. My guess is that it had to do with Father's growing wealth. Friendship needs common ground, and we started living in different worlds. What happened to your grandfather was the final nail in the coffin. Father just couldn't bear seeing him like that, neither alive nor dead.
Oh Mann. Jetzt ist es auf einmal sehr lieb.
What do you know about Lily Myers?
She was a young artist who lived somewhere in Conwell Springs. Killed herself, if I recall correctly. Dreadful thing. But other than that, not much. We never knew the family.
Cocky.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky? It may be an Air Force call sign.
I can't say that I do. Father had many friends in the Air Force, but no one I can recall by that name.
What can you tell me about Mr. Wade?
My father is a great man. He has so many ideas, so much left to realize, which makes it hurt so much more to see him like this.
See him like what?
The illness and everything, of course.
Right. Yeah, it must be hard.
Oh, yes, indeed. I wish he wouldn't be so stubborn with his treatment. He could go to any state-of-the-art hospital, but insists on being treated in that backwater clinic in Conwell Springs.
The community clinic in the middle of town?
Yes. It's like he's given up and is just waiting for the inevitable to happen.
Oh Mann, Mann.
What do you know about Lily Myers' art?
Oh, that little girl had a twisted mind, let me tell you that. Oh, my father used to have a few pieces of hers in his collection. Horrible things. I couldn't understand why he ever decided to procure them in the first place.
You say used to have. Did he get rid of the paintings?
Oh, either that or he put them in storage somewhere. I haven't seen them for years. I never bothered to ask him why. Glad to be rid of them, quite frankly.
Do you know anything about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
It's the one and only church in Conwell Springs. I was baptized there, and I married my husband there.
Anything out of the ordinary about them?
Oh, not really. They seem like a typical church to me.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Very well. Feel free to call back if you have any more questions.
Na.
All right. Wade is in Conwell Springs. He's being treated in the clinic.
Yeah.
That was Erica Wade. Her father is being treated at the clinic in Conwell Springs.
Being treated? He's sick?
Looks that way. Small miracle they managed to keep it out of the press.
Yeah, I suppose you are returning to talk to him?
It'll have to be tomorrow. It's quite late for that now.
I suppose. Scrabble?
Oh, you're so on. I will crush you.
You're off your game today. Is everything all right?
Oh, shut up. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
Oh, up late, thinking about your grandpa and everything?
Not just that, I keep having this bad dream. Well, it's not exactly a dream, it's something that actually happened.
Oh? What is it?
I'm not sure I should tell you.
You can trust me. Whatever it is, I promise I won't judge.
Well, it's your funeral. So, I used to be 16 and also pregnant.
Hast du gerade ein Aneurysma, I? Oh nein, ich hab es kaputt gemacht. Kann jemand helfen? Wir brauchen einen Notfall. Jesus, sofort.
Someone? We need an emergency Jesus stat.
Please go on.
Well, seeing as how I don't actually have a 5-year-old, you can probably put 2 and 2 together.
You had an abortion.
Sure did. Major pain in the ass too, but hey, couldn't let that pregnancy go untreated.
I'm glad you're telling me, but I really wish you hadn't done that, Kathy. Who was the
Der Spender, du kennst ihn nicht. Kerl, der mich geschwängert hat. Jemand, der Ich mache dich zur Singelmutter auf der Stirn hat. Ich weiß seinen Namen nicht mal, könnte aber vermutlich bei einer Gegenüberstellung seines Johannes wiedererkennen.
Guy who knocked me up, single motherhood waiting to happen. Back then, I couldn't cook anything but microwave food, and I'd retch if I so much as walked past one trash can with smelly diapers in it. That kid would have been raised by my mother. I'd rather die than put another child through that.
I respect your decision, but you know how I feel about this. That guy up there, he's pro-life, and I'm with him.
I get that. I gotta say, you're being really cool about this, E. I was expecting you to clutch your cross, flip the table, and storm off or something.
I'm not a walking stereotype, you know.
Says the red-headed nerd with the glasses.
Ha ha. But Kathy, if you keep having that nightmare, perhaps you should talk to somebody about it.
Maybe. But I doubt obsessing over it is very healthy either. Your turn, E.
Oh, fine. Oh, I play apricot, orange. Yay, bingo. 67 points.
Aw.
Well, ain't that fucking peachy.
At least it's not sour grapes.
Touché.
Ist das süß. In dieser Nacht träumt Kati träumt. Was bist du denn?
A tainted one approaches. Is it time? Yes, a fire that burns so bright. It is almost unbearable to see. Indeed. It seems the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Shall we sculpt some flesh friends, then? Very well. I will attend to the threshold.
What the fuck? Tag 3, yay.
Good morning, sunshine.
Please tell me I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
3 times in a row.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan. I'll head for the clinic right away. While I'm at it, I'm gonna check out the church and the nature reserve.
Okie dokie. What can I do to help?
Why don't you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Conwell Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Thanks, E.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out the page I gave you about the red scythe. It's a pretty interesting flower.
Right. Yeah.
Neuer Schauplatz hinzugefügt. Wunderbärchen. Ich speichere mal. Weil ich die ganze Zeit nicht wusste, wie ich das jetzt mit Flasche, mit dem Tonband mache, bin ich komplett. Ich bin Matsche. Ich bin Matsche Brain. Und ich krieg Kopfschmerzen. Oh. Tschö. Ich sag dir eins, Walnüsse sind der Hit. Es sei denn, du hast eine Walnussallergie. So, warte mal. Ah ja, stimmt, wir könnten ja jetzt...
Hey, E, got a sec?
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
Zu Charles Wade könnten wir, ne?
I don't need to show her that. I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
We meet again, Mr. Bear. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you ended up so close to my lighter.
Stay away from him, you violator.
Ich liebe ihre Reaktion. Ich liebe ihre Reaktion. Die ist immer so lieb und so nett und sowas, ne? Und hier so, bleib von ihr fern, du Feuerteufel! Erstmal check.
Makeup check, hair check, horrible mood, and contempt for humanity check.
You forgot about your resting scally face.
I totally do not have a... Well.
Told you.
Das hast du.
That movie's not out yet. It's a promo poster Eileen got for being an extra. She tells everyone who walks in here the same joke. Spoiler alert, the boat sinks.
I'm right here, you know.
Oops, forgot. I'm fairly sure it's about some guy who falls in love with his golden retriever.
No, it's not. You're totally just making that up.
What gave it away, Captain Obvious?
Ich will wissen, was sie sagt, wenn Eileen dabei ist.
I think that movie is about a girl and a boy who hate each other at first and then they fall in love for no reason at all. Oh, wait. That's every romantic comedy ever.
Oh, Kathy. I bet you love them just as much as I do.
Shut up.
Exposed.
Would you look at that? She's actually human.
What an amazing compliment.
No.
Chronicle of Eileen. Frankly, I'm surprised that she hasn't jotted down all of her bathroom breaks here.
Check the bottom row.
Never mind.
Okay. Ich finde das so toll. Die sind auf den ersten Blick sind sie wie Tag und Nacht, ne? Wie, keine Ahnung was, ne? Blau und Rot? Ich weiß es nicht. Aber irgendwie passen die doch zusammen.
Eileen's obnoxious alarm clock. The noise makes me want to stab myself with something dull.
Manchmal braucht ein Mensch auch einen kompletten Gegenteil als Freundin. Naja, okay, Mitbewohner.
Messy. Just the way I like it. My electric guitar. Got it cheap from a lesbian I met at a concert. Helped me get rid of my last 2 roommates.
Don't even think about it.
What?
You already forgot how we almost got evicted last time?
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny.
You have the weirdest sense of humor of anyone I know, Kathy.
The Thing. One of my favorite horror movies. Just some random band poster. Pulp Fiction. Love that flick.
Ja, okay, ich glaube, jetzt sonst sagt sie nichts mehr. Dann gehen wir mal.
All right, I'm off. Peace outie.
Okie dokie. Good luck and see you later.
Aha, aha. Aha, aha, aha. Okay, was machen wir als erstes? Kirche, Naturschutzgebiet oder in die Klinik? Ich würde echt gerne mal das mit den Bikes, ne? Naja. Wollen wir erstmal wieder hier Friedhof gucken, ob das große Kind wieder da ist? Nö.
My smokes. My smokes. NZ 500.
Können ja erstmal die Oma wieder befragen, oder? Wir haben ja neue Hinweise.
Oh, hello, dear. Glad to see you again so soon.
Hi, Grandma. I just thought I'd drop by.
Sure, hon. Stay as long as you'd like.
Oh, können wir die jetzt... Wieso guckt sie mich an? Die guckt mich an. War das schon immer so? Dass die Oma in meine Richtung schaut? Ich habe das Gefühl, die schaut mir direkt in die Augen. Können wir die jetzt öfters besuchen? Kathi, du musst die öfters besuchen gehen. Sie ist so allein.
There are a few things I need to ask you, Grandma.
Very well, dear.
I don't see a reason to ask. What do you see in this picture, Grandma?
I have no idea, but it's quite an eerie display. What is it?
I'm trying to figure that out. I found the picture hidden in the attic.
Oh, Come to think of it, the trees do look similar to the ones in Conwell Woods.
Yeah, it was taken somewhere in that area. I found out that the flower in the picture matches a rare local species.
Aren't you clever? Do let me know if you come across anything else.
Oh, das ist süß.
I don't want to show her. Do you know anything about this flower, Grandma?
I can't say that I do. I remember seeing it growing in the woods, but I didn't think much of it at the time.
Ich esse nebenbei. Eigentlich ist das komplett dumm, tut mir leid.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
Oh Gott, guck mich nicht an, Oma! Ich sollte meine Oma wieder besuchen. Ich hab mich verschluckt. Oh mein Gott, die Pflanze, das tut mir voll leid. Howdy, Lenny.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that. Do you know what this is?
I have no idea. Looks creepy, whatever it is. Where did you get it?
Grandpa had it hidden away in the attic.
Probably for a good reason, then. Be careful out there.
Oh, Lenny, lass uns Pizza essen.
Hey, Lenny, do you recognize this flower?
Yeah, I accidentally inhaled pollen from one of them when I was a kid. I remember being sick and delirious for days.
Oh mein Gott.
Scary. Where did you come across this flower?
Somewhere in Conwell Woods. Not sure where exactly.
All right.
Halluzination. Aha.
I don't want to show him.
Ja, Ende.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Er will es nicht zugeben, aber er mag uns. Er mag uns. Wir mögen ihn auch. Er ist wie wir.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
I don't need to. Do you know what this is?
Ah, it's just some kids playing pranks with flashlights.
Man kann sich alles erklären.
Do you recognize this flower?
Matter of fact, I do. It's a local endangered plant with mild narcotic properties.
Yeah? Have you come across any users in the area?
Sure, but it's a bit tricky to do anything about it. Using it as a substance is technically illegal.
Ah, so the illegal part is picking it in the first place.
Yes, knowingly picking the flower is a crime, according to the Endangered Species Act of 1973.
Gotcha, thanks.
Wir müssen die Pflanze pflücken. Okay. Ich glaube, sonst haben wir nichts.
That's all for now.
Good.
Warte mal, können wir... Ich muss auch gerade was gucken. Können wir das lesen?
It's a photocopy of a book page. Here's another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of a pepper. The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause hallucinations in concentrated amounts. Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it.
You are an actual imbecile, or if you just have some bizarre urge to play stupid all the time.
Oh, I'd never play stupid, Sheriff.
Guess that settles it then.
Ich habe keine Ahnung, was sie mir erzählt hat, weil ich von den beiden jetzt abgelenkt war. Scheiße. Aber da stand es auch mit Halluzinationen. Aber diese Dinger da, diese Lichter können ja keine Halluzination sein.
Lanny, I need you to do something.
How can I help, boss?
It's my mother's birthday this weekend. You'll have to get her a gift.
Gift? Like what? I don't really know your mother.
For Christ's sakes, all moms are the same. Just use your imagination. I'm expecting something nicely wrapped on my desk by the end of the week.
Okay, Boss.
Lenny, du bist nix weiter als eine kleine Sekretärin. Komm mit mir, ich lade dich zum Sushi ein. Gehen wir mal hier hin wieder. Also, ich weiß nicht, ob ich das gerade ausgeführt habe. Hä? Sag mal, wann bist du denn da? Wollen wir noch mal eine rauchen? Oh, das geht sogar. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich es weiter ausgeführt habe, aber die Lichter auf dem Bild können ja keine Halluzination sein. Die Kamera kann ja nicht halluzinieren. Aber vielleicht hat der Opa irgendwas eingeatmet, weswegen er selber halluziniert hat und Dinge gesehen hat und irgendwie ist in realen Leben was passiert und in seinen Halluzinationen ist was passiert. Irgendwas ist vermischt, dass er in einen Schockzustand kam. Keine Ahnung. Wie lange rauchen wir jetzt? Wie lange geht sowas? Auch mal aufhören? Oh, achso. Ich muss was klicken.
Oh, it's you again. Come on in.
Hi! die Möwe guckt mich auch an. Was soll das? Hä?
No Nathan today?
Nah, haven't seen Nate all day. Probably out in the woods.
Ah, scheiße. Mit denen habe ich letztens nicht geredet. Lily, oh Gott.
That must be Lily. She seems very happy.
Wie kamst du nur darauf, dass das Lily sein soll? Vielleicht an den Namen, der da drüber steht?
Is this how Nathan still sees himself? As a little boy?
Kann ja sein, ne?
That must be... I had a few more questions, Sue.
Shoot.
Sue, what do you see in this picture?
My God, that looks like one of Lily's paintings.
Huh?
Wow, really? Can you describe it?
It was a nighttime scene, just like the photo, but the lights were floating above the lake. There was a pale hand reaching up from beneath the surface trying to touch them. The forest in the background was on fire, making the sky purple and red. There were probably other details too, but that's what I can remember.
Sounds captivating. Wish I could have seen it.
Lohnt sich dann nochmal vorbeizugehen, wenn man neue Hinweise hat.
Do you know anything about this flower?
Sure. Smoked it a few times back in the day, before it was endangered and all.
Ah.
Yeah? What was it like?
Similar to pot, but stronger and more unpredictable. Never touched this stuff after I got pregnant with Lily.
All right.
Verantwortungsbewusst.
No reason.
Okay, sonst habe ich hier nichts, ne?
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
Yet another burial ground for those sweet, addictive, not to mention cancer-inducing sticks of tobacco. I'm a huge fan.
Okay. Das heißt, im Wald werden wir wahrscheinlich Nathan begegnen, ne?
Thick, dense forest. What were you doing out there, Grandpa?
Die guckt sich schon so schockiert. What the fuck, was war das denn? Wie hübsch. Das ist so süß. Boing. Boing. Oh Gott, ich lieb's. Ich lieb's. Jetzt guckt sie schockiert wieder. Catmobil, let's go. Kommen wir jetzt erstmal zur Kirche. Wir machen das nach der Reihe, ne? Wobei mir das Krankenhaus viel interessanter erscheint, um ehrlich zu sein. Komm, wir gehen... machen wir nach der Reihe oder... Weil die... Ah, komm. Kirche. Das Naturschutzgebiet machen wir als letztes. Oh, lieber Vater.
Hello, Father.
Greetings, my child. I'm glad you decided to come here.
Yeah, but just so you know, I'm not here to join your church or anything.
Oh, I would never assume that.
Good. So, with that out of the way, I have some questions.
Anything you need. I'm Isaac Price.
Kathy
Price!
Rain, but I'm guessing you figured that out already.
I did. Rumors spread quickly around here. So how can I be of service?
Price wie im Mausoleum. Ich muss die ganze Zeit diesen einen Song denken. Price. Keine Ahnung.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
It was the work of the devil, I'll say that much. Joseph was a kind man. He did not deserve such a fate. You heard my speech at the funeral, Kathy. I meant every word. He was a great man who did much good for this community.
Did you know him personally?
In a way, he and my father did charity work together. Joseph was around a lot when I was young. They collaborated on a few different projects for the homeless and for the troubled youth, among other things.
So my grandfather was a member of the church?
I wouldn't say that, no. He was a friend of the church, but he wasn't a religious man. He believed only in philanthropy. That being said, Joseph was the person who convinced me to become a priest.
Really?
Oh, yes. I was a teenager back then. Full of rebellion, every fiber of my being wanting to distance myself from my father. Joseph made me realize my sinful pride and showed me how I should follow my heart, regardless of what others might think. And for that, I'm eternally grateful.
Oh, ich hoffe, ganz wirklich, ich hoffe, dass er kein Böser ist. Das wäre so bitter. Oh mein Gott, gestern war ja noch dieser komische Gruselklatzkopf, den habe ich ja vollkommen vergessen. Ui.
Does the name Lily Myers mean anything to you?
It does. Before I was ordained, I was a substitute teacher in her high school.
Really? Did you know her personally?
We weren't close. I only knew her as much as a teacher would know any student.
All right, so how did she seem toward the end?
For one, she started skipping school, a lot. And when she did show up, she was absent-minded and moody. She always looked depressed and hunched down like she had the whole world on her shoulders.
Any idea of what caused this change?
Not a clue. All I know is, when she returned from that last summer break, she was a whole different person.
Do you know anyone who goes by the nickname Cocky?
I have no idea. Sorry.
Charles Wade.
What's your opinion on Charles Wade?
No opinion. He used to be a prominent figure around here, but he doesn't appear much in town these days.
Actually, he's in the community clinic right now, getting medical treatment.
Oh. I wonder if it's serious. Perhaps I should go talk to him. Even men like Charles Wade need a priest when they're nearing the end of the line.
Do you know anything about Lily Myers' art?
I saw a few pieces. Gorgeous work. Vibrant, surreal landscapes.
When was this?
Must have been mid-70s. The high school had open days with an art exhibition.
So, this was some time before she changed, right? You didn't see any of her later work?
No. By then, she started skipping art class completely, from what I heard.
Maybe she was afraid of what she might draw. I hear it was pretty twisted.
Could be. But alas, I suppose we will never know what was truly haunting her.
I'm doing my best to find out. I don't believe the story to be as clear-cut as everyone makes it out to be.
An unusual theory. How so?
People have taken a particular interest in her art. I think there's more to it.
I wouldn't read too much into it, my child. It happens to all dead artists with any talent to speak of.
Hat zwar recht, aber trotzdem ist das sehr seltsam. Vor allem, weil... Also ich weiß ja nicht, ne? So bekannt war sie doch nicht. Das war doch ein 16-jähriges Mädchen.
Care to tell me the history of the church?
I'd be happy to. The story is a fascinating one. This church was founded by my father, William T. Price, in the 70s. Back then, he made his living as a traveling salesman and was driving through this area as he had done so many times before. However, this day was different. My father held dark thoughts in his mind. He was angry, thinking of evil deeds, even considering swerving off the road into a rock and ending it all. Then suddenly, divine intervention. 3 bright lights appeared. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The sign of God. This epiphany was the moment my father had been waiting for. He sold all of his belongings and took me and my brother to live with him here, in Conwell Springs. Soon thereafter, he built this church and started gathering followers. They began to refer to him as Father Bill.
I take it that window up there resembles what he saw when he had this epiphany?
Indeed, the stained glass window depicts the Holy Trinity, as witnessed by my father.
Do you know exactly when or where this event took place?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious. It's a captivating story.
Well, it was the spring of 1971, but my father never told anyone where.
Okay, so what happened then?
People flocked to Father Bill. He started teaching, writing scripture. The church flourished and continued to grow all the way up until his sudden death in 1983. That's when I stepped in to take leadership of the church.
I take it that the church started declining after the death of Father Bill?
Yes, naturally so. With such a magnetic personality, he was irreplaceable. But I assure you, the church is still very much thriving.
Looks kinda empty to me.
It's not really our peak hours.
What's up with you handing out pamphlets at funerals then? Trying to reel people in at a weak moment?
I'm going to assume you meant no disrespect, child. I'm simply providing divine guidance when it's needed the most.
Also, erst nochmal kurz zu Lilly und die Kunst, ne? Natürlich haben viele Künstler irgendwie nach dem Tod viel Bekanntheit erlangt und sowas, ne? Aber wie gesagt, also, wenn die Bilder jetzt nicht, die waren gut, aber jetzt nicht fesselnd, ne? Und Lilly war in dem Zeitpunkt ihres Todes, war sie 16. Weißt du? Ich weiß ja nicht, ob man da irgendwie so eine, ich sag jetzt mal, unbekannte Teenagerin, die ganz gut malen kann, ich weiß ja jetzt nicht, ne? Deswegen, es muss trotzdem irgendwas da heißen, ne? Übrigens, sieht das voll gruselig aus. Hier ist voll der Matschebrei. Sein Gesicht. Ist voll Matsche. Und seine Story über seinen Vater, ne, ab einem gewissen Punkt hat sich das angehört wie eine Sekte.
Father, do you know anything about this flower?
No, my child, nothing at all.
Hä? Kann sein, dass er es wirklich nicht weiß, aber die Reaktion war jetzt gerade vollkommen seltsam.
I could, but I think I have more to gain from a subtle strategy. I'll keep it to myself for now, until I know more about this church.
Aha.
I don't need to show him that. I don't need to... Do you know what this key opens?
I'm afraid not, my child.
Vielleicht eine verschlossene Tür, hätte ich gesagt.
Do you recognize the men in this picture, Isaac?
Only your grandfather. And that's just because I was given a similar picture at the service the other day.
I sincerely doubt it will come to that.
Ach komm. Irgendjemanden will ich in diesem Spiel noch tasern. So, und dann macht er, und dann macht's puff, und ich so, weißt du, irgendein wegzippern. So, ich glaube, das
That's all I need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
Ja, ist nämlich auch. Oh mein Gott, witzige Geschichte. Nee, das fällt mir gerade mal so ein und es ist wahrscheinlich nur witzig, wenn man dabei war. Aber als meine Schwester Konfirmation noch ins Konfirmandenunterricht gegangen ist, also man musste ja da sich öfters mal in der Kirche zeigen lassen, keine Ahnung was. Ich bin dann einmal mitgekommen und wir saßen dann relativ weit hinten, so am Rand. Und wir standen dann da und und dann sagte der Pfarrer, geht mit Gott. Ne? Und sobald meine Schwester das gehört hat, ich habe nur nach rechts geguckt und auf einmal stand sie da und hat ihre Jacke angezogen, war bereit mit Gott abzuhauen. Aber der Gottesdienst war noch lange nicht zu Ende. Das war so witzig. Das war wirklich nur witzig, wenn man dabei war. Aber das musste ich gerade mal erzählen.
Impressive window. There's no doubt about it. Those are the smoky lights.
Geht mit Gott.
It's an altar. You know, the place where they put the sacrificed goats, kids, and other crap.
Ja, Bibel.